First of all, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for the blessing of just, being a coach here. Like, I was on the radio just now, and Wyatt said back with the coach of the Cats, and like it just really cool to hear, And so I want to make sure that I enjoy every bit of this thing, man, because not everybody gets to do this, and so really, really thankful. Proud of our guys. We had made a concerted effort to try and start the game a little grittier and tougher than we have the last few games, and not put ourselves in a hole. And we felt like we could turn them over, and we did. And so it got out to a good start. And Colorado's a very well coached team, and they always make a run at some point. All their games, man, like they always make that run, and where it gets tight at the end. And I thought David's offensive rebound, it put us back up. I think it put us up 10 again, like kind of stymied their run there. And so we're just really proud of the guys. Wins are hard to get, and so we're tucking this one away, and we're focused on Cincinnati now.
When you struggled a little bit offensively the second half, one thing, you didn't give up any second chance points. I think it was 5-0 at halftime, their advantage, and you end up 10-7. How big was that to limit them to one shot when you guys weren't necessarily clicking?
Yeah, no, it was big, and it was one of the other emphasis that we just couldn't allow them to do. They've excuse me, they won the 2 of the last 4 because they've owned the paint, and that was the one that we weren't able to accomplish. They had 36 to our 26 points in the paint, but in this situation, I don't think it was a case of us not getting to the paint. It was us getting there, and we just didn't finish some shots that I feel like we normally make. So,
Doug and David were in here, and Doug was talking a little bit about how he's grown this season. How have you seen Doug grow throughout this year?
Yeah, he's able to move on from mistakes a lot quicker. And just even there was a couple of games ago where he was missing some shots, and he got passive, right? He turned down shots, and tonight he didn't do that. He stayed aggressive, shooting the ball, and we're going to trust our work, and the results not always going to look the way we want it to, but when Doug's aggressive, it opens up other things for everybody else. So that growth of being able to move on from mistakes, and then he's starting to think like the next play. And so I can there are times when he's telling me what he feels like we could run the next time down, and it hasn't been anything for him. He's thinking about his teammates, and so he's starting to learn how to think the game and manage the game, and that's growth, man. I'm so proud of him. And then defensively, I just feel like he's just more locked in. Understanding that steals don't make you a good defender. The ability to contain the basketball and impact the basketball does, and he's been doing that.
How has he been as an extension of you on that court, been the co-pilot?
Yeah, he's being more aggressive, right? Like there's a couple other steps that are going to take place, the rest of this year and next year, and moving forward that so just the extension of me. His ability now to kind of understand how he can get teammate shots, and not necessarily thinking that. I still want him to be more aggressive. I still think he's got special legs, and there are times we shouldn't have to run offense because he just gets the ball and just draws 2 and moves it, and now we just play basketball, and so that part of it, I'm looking forward to that growth, and I know I'm supposed to say something really good about him right here, and I have a lot of good things to say about him, but the coach in me is okay, how can we push him to the next level, and that's what he wants, right? He doesn't want to stay where he's at. He wants to okay, what's the next thing that I need to do, and so really, really proud of him.
Thank you.
I know we didn't talk about it after the UCF game, but Max Jones finished with over 20 points in that game, and I think he came back, and while the points probably weren't to that same level, he found ways to impact the game as he's done all year. What has he done the last few games in particular to give him a little bit more scoring output with that same energy?
I just think he's being more aggressive, and looking for his shot. And what the evolution that has to take place. And I know you didn't ask this, but it's just the coach in me, right? Is that we don't need David to have 21 and Max to have 6, and then Max to have 22 and Dave to have 8, and now Dave to have 21 and Max to have, like we need it where like we have 5 guys that are in double figures, and and on the days that some of the other guys are struggling, where Max and Dave give you 22, and that's what we got to get to be the type of team we're capable of being.
You mentioned wanting to start fast, and you guys obviously did that. Was there something you liked from an energy perspective in that first half that sort of encourages you for the rest of the regular season?
Yeah, we were active. Had active hands. We caused 3 turnovers in the first 3 minutes, and it got us out in transition. And so, yeah, our active hands, and just being more aggressive, a more aggressive mindset defensively, and we actually did our ball screen coverage correct to start this game, whereas we didn't do it the last game, and allowed Johnson to get 3 pop-up shot threes to start, the game, and led to him having a big game against us.
Moby didn't play today. What's his status moving forward?
Yeah, he had an injury that took place. I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to say, but he had an injury that happened last game, and I don't know how long he'll be out, but it's not like a season-ending injury. It's something that he has to, figure out if he can play with or not.
I know it's probably getting frustrating to watch all these goaltender reviews go against you now. What are your thoughts on the new rule and?
It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. They have to fix it. The referees are doing what the letter of the law says, so I can't be upset with them because they're doing what the rule said. But the way it's written, it's dumb. This is the 3rd time this year we've had a goaltending called for us that we got the offensive rebound on, so it would have been our possession, right, if they don't blow the whistle, and twice we scored right away. And it sucks, and when you think of the UCF game, right, and it's a 1-possession game, and we got the offensive rebound. Like the ball was blocked, and it came right to us, and we were going to put it in, and they blow the whistle, and they end up playing. We don't call the goaltender, and we don't get the ball. If they blow it then, where we gain the possession of it, they need to go review it right away. So that way they can give us back the basketball rather than review it at the next media, and then we lose the points and we lost the ball. And so that just, that's like ridiculous, man. Just don't call it. Don't call the goaltender. That's the way you stirred one on me there, Kellis. But man, like really, 3 times this year, we get the rebound that we put it in, so that's 6 points in a game, or like that they take from us, and they take the possession, But they're following the letter of the law. They need to change the rule. That's what they have to do.
Yeah, there's got to be a better way.
Yeah, got to be a better way.
I also want to ask, you're a guy who really preaches consistency. So how much do you value what David Gasson is doing for you right now, just in the scoring department and all around?
Yeah, no, Dave's energy level, Dave's output, his production has been consistent, all year long, as you would expect from a third-year guy in the program. And, I don't know. I don't know if you told him, when he transferred after 2 years at Virginia Tech, hey, man, you're going to score 1,000 points in your career. I don't know if he'd have thought that, so I think that's pretty cool that we were able to help him do that, and he's put in the work to develop to get there. And I'm looking forward to one day coaching 3 or 4 guys on the floor that have been in the program 3 or 4 years, and then seeing what it can look like.
What went behind the decision to get Taj on the court, and how do you evaluate his play?
Well, without Moby, and so Buddy was the next one up, and then Buddy didn't give us anything. Like he wasn't playing hard, he just wasn't. And so I know one thing Taj is going to do is going to play hard, and Taj stays ready. And I was very proud of him. He got tired, and got him out. But they had him for one rebound, but he got his hands on so many balls, and he just Taj is the consummate teammate, man, and just absolutely love him, and do everything in my power to make sure he's back the next 2 years. So,
Is there any update on Coleman?
he did some more movement today. So Coleman's working, man. I just tell you, like, this dude, he could shut it down and nobody would say anything about it. I mean, he's got a bright future ahead of him. And I told him, I said, Coleman, I'd love for you to be on the floor, but your future is more important. But he's like rehabbing 24/7, like just constantly rehabbing, and everything Luke is asking him to do and more. And so, I don't know when he'll be back, but I know he's working hard to be back as soon as he can.
You guys won the offensive rebounding battle today, and you guys had 10 points off of the offensive rebounds. I know you preached those second chance point opportunities, so to win those battles, how important was that, and what were you guys doing to grab those offensive rebounds?
Yeah, we thought like we could offensive rebound against them, and really thought we could get like kick out threes off the rebound because of just something we saw on film that Coach Malagy, who had the scout, he saw it on film, and Frankie, who helped him, Frankie Muskelly, who helped him with the scout. Like, there's something that we saw, and we were able to get at least one of those, maybe two, today that we could get our hands on the ball and get some dagger threes. So that was important.
Coach, these past 2 games, your team's excelled pretty well off scoring off turnovers. I'm just wondering, what do you emphasize in practice to ensure that they can, capitalize off scoring opportunities like that?
Yeah, we're not like the biggest team, so we've got to and we've struggled to score. So especially without Coleman, so we have to get turnovers and get out in transition, So that's just something that we've been focused on, being active with our hands and trying to get deflections and, making them play in traffic where, that would, lead to turnovers. But the key is once you get the turnovers, that guys run, like they get out and they run and we pitch it ahead. And I thought we did a good job of that today. All right.
Anything else for Coach? Okay, thanks.
Thanks a lot. God bless. Go